Hello everyone, my name's Idiotic Synergy, and today we are going to talk about the Ambot, the best brute in all of Necromunda. And I mean that wholeheartedly. This is easily the best brute of all of Necromunda, and I wholeheartedly recommend them to you. Now, I saw a comment on one of my videos saying they like brutes, but they don't seem to be that good in game. If you want my opinion on this, it's always pick models you think look cool, regardless of how they do in games, because you will have more fun like that. Don't ever meta chase. Don't ever think like, oh, I want this unit, but in game it's shit. Just pick it up and play it, because you might surprise yourself. Unless it's Enforcers. Anyway, we're not going to talk about how shit Enforcers are, because this is the Ambot, probably one of the better kits they have. It's plastic, it's really nice. I love Ambots. In fact, I will use Ambot bits for my Ogryns. That's how much I love Ambots. I haven't got one, but I have used a couple of Ambots in games, and they are quite nice. They are quite nice and kind of terrifying, especially for your opponent, but they are really fun, and I love them, and they just look really cool. And the amount of options you get with Ambots as well, like the amount of bits, it's just kit bash heaven. You can repair stuff, you can kit bash all sorts using Ambot bits, and it feels right because it's Necromunda and everything just has a place, and it's really cool. Also, if you scroll down, there's 112 plastic components. So if you like kit bashing, this is a kit for you. However, you're probably not here to listen to me gush about how cool they look. I mean, they do look really cool. However, how do they do in game? Let me show you. So, these are the rules for the Ambot, and they are 215 credits, and they're available to any gang, regardless of whether it's law-abiding or outlaw. Any gang can take them, or from Enforcers all the way to Chaos Cults, if you want. They are pretty much an everyman brute. You can just use them in any gang and get the benefits. And believe me when I say the benefits of them are quite nice. Now, you probably might be looking at their stats and go, hang on a minute, this is similar to other brutes. And you would be right. Movement 4, weapon skill 3, which is quite good, ballistic skill 5, strength 5, toughness 5, wounds 3, initiative 5, 2 attacks, leadership 8, cool check 6, willpower 8, and intelligence 9. Now, you might be looking at that and go, hang on, why are you hyping this up? Well, you see, though they might be slow, they've got the toughness of an Ogryn, which is always very nice. They've got carapace armor, which is quite nice. Movement is 4, but believe me when I say there's ways around that. In fact, one of their main rules is infiltrate. They have the infiltrate skill, which means that you can just deep strike them. As long as there's no line of sight, you can deep strike them quite close to enemies and then charge. So that's how you get past the movement. You can just stealth them and they charge in and maim people to death, and it's really good. Now, the only thing that's weird about it is the options. You can give them a grab fist for 90 credits. You can do that. You can give them a grab fist, if you so desire. However, I don't really recommend it. The tunneling claws, they're just better in every possible way. I love the tunneling claws. Also, if you have 2 of them, that's 2 weapons, so you gain an extra attack, which means you're very punchy. Special rules, you can make them go off being safe at the beginning of any round, and while safe mode is off, the Ambot gains the Berserker skill, which means that I think it's +1 to +1 attack for charging, so that's another attack, so that goes on to 4, and its attacks become D3 +1, meaning that it's minimum 2 attacks, maximum 4 attacks. Look at me doing maths quick. Jesus, I'm terrible. But that's a lot of attacks, and as well as Berserker, and it's 2 weapons in one, meaning you could get a maximum of of 6 attacks. It's quite good. Very good. 6 attacks with tunneling claws is fantastic. However, when standing and engaged, the Ambot must divide its attacks amongst all models it's in base contact with, including friendly fighters. That's the only bad thing is that if you've got friendly fighters and you turn safe mode off, make sure the friendly fighters aren't near the enemy. Because once the Ambot gets in, it will kill your own guys as well. As a friend of mine found out quite badly. Killed his champion, basically just killed everything. It's like there was nothing left. It was like fighting alongside Khan the Betrayer. Anyway, there's also other rules. Excavation Automator. If the gang that owns the Ambot also controls a mine workings territory, roll an additional d6 to generate income to represent the Ambot being put to work, which is very nice. Also, they are valuable, meaning that if they are captured and not rescued, the gang holding it captive can choose to sell it to guilders as a normal captive, or hold on to it and keep it and add it to their gang roster for free. My advice is that if you got the reputation, keep the Ambot. Keep it. Always keep the fucking Ambot. The Ambot will help you more than if you sell it. And yes, you can sell it and earn some more credits, but you got this ability, and when you have the mine workings territory, it fucking adds up, mate. It's worth it more if you keep it. So keep your Ambot. And if you paid for one and your opponent nicks it, well then you're playing as me at that point. Oh dear, yeah, you don't have the best of luck. I've seen that happen. In fact, there was a game I played. This was at a friend's house. There was a game I played where the Ambot would just constantly be stolen by by myself and my friend. We would just keep stealing the Ambot back. Oh, that was a fun game. That was a really fun game. Oh dear, they just kept stealing the Ambot. We would cripple it, but none of us wanted to coup de grace it, so we just kept stealing the fucking Ambot. Oh, it's the fucking best. It's so janky, and that's why I love Necromunda. You just steal the Ambot. And yeah, the Ambot's great. You don't ever sell the Ambot. If you meet someone and they sell off the Ambot, discard them from your friends. I'm kidding. That's just sad though if they sell the Ambot. Keep the Ambot. Keep your Ambot. So, the tunneling claws. How good of a weapon is it? Well, if you don't mind me doing another jump cut, I can show you. Also, I can show you the Grab Fist. It isn't necessary. The Grab Fist isn't that good, but tunneling claws, here we go. So, we're on the weapons, and first up we've got the Grab Fist. Now remember, this is 90 credits more. This is 90 sodding credits. It is not worth it in my opinion. However, it's a fun weapon if you like grav guns. I, for one, hate them. The wounding with grav guns is weird and irritating and doesn't make a whole lot of sense. However, it's 90 credits as well. But if you've got the credits to spend and you want to try something weird, go for it. I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do. However, let's go through the Grab Fist, because it is strength of the user in melee. So strength 5, AP -1, damage 2. With melee and pulverize. Pulverize is one of those abilities you will forget halfway through the game because it doesn't really do anything. Basically, if you do a flesh wound on someone with pulverize, you can then change that to a seriously injured if you roll higher or equal to their toughness. It is one of those abilities that you look at and you think, oh, that's cool, and then you forget about instantly. And it's kind of pointless on an Ambot because you've got so many attacks because it's a fucking Ambot. It really is. It's an Ambot. You just kill with it. You sort of ignore the pulverize rule unless you're really pedantic. Ranged, however, is where things get interesting because it's not like the tunneling claws. Because it's got a grav gun attached to its hand, hence why it's called the Grav Fist. And its ranged is 6 to 12, which is quite good for the Ambot. +1 for short range, +1 to your accuracy for short range, and if you aim and shoot, then you can hit on freeze. If you aim and shoot a Ambot, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It really isn't. Get in there and melee. That's the point of it. You've got infiltrate, get in there, and melee. Just kill, maim, destroy. I think you get the point. Basically, don't ever aim and shoot an Ambot. It's not worth it. It really fucking isn't. And you will probably get pinned a lot more if you do, so just get in there and kill. Because it's an Ambot, that's what they're supposed to do. But it's a grav gun, so if you think that wounding with it's straightforward, oh no, I have to show you what the fucking graviton pulse thing does now. Oh joy, I hate grav guns. They are the fucking bane of my life. Right, let's go into it, shall we? Fucking grav guns can suck a dick. Graviton Pulse. I hate this trait. I hate grav guns. I think grav guns are a fucking mistake. Why are they so needlessly complicated when they don't do anything? Grav guns are the worst thing in Warhammer 40k. Because instead of making a wound roll, pass a strength check, or suffer damage, no save roll can be made. You are paying 90 credits for something that can hurt you. Why? Why does this exist? Why do grav guns exist? I don't understand them. I don't understand them, and it hurts my soul. Every single fucking time I see a grav gun, I want to cry. Because they are just shit. They are the shittest weapons in Warhammer. Ooh, but you see, this weapon, the stub gun's worse. Yeah, you know what, it's not a grav gun. Why? Because it's not complicated. Why do you need to complicate an already complicated system? It's like all of a sudden going, oh, you see that thing you're used to? 2 + 2 is 4? Haha, not anymore, fucker. It's now 10. And roll all these dice. Why? Because of strength check. Why are you like this? Who made the grav gun? I don't like you. I don't like the grav gun. I think the grav gun's shit. I generally believe the grav gun was made to torment me. I'm not paranoid. Everybody else is. I hate the grav gun. It's not a fun weapon to fight again. It's not even a fun gun to use because if you fuck up, you hurt yourself. And the Ambots only got 3 wounds. And remember, it's 90 fucking credits. So, what's the fucking point? I see people use grav guns on other units. Why? What are you doing? Don't use grav guns. What are you doing? You are only toughness 3. Leave the grav gun alone. Anyway, I hate the grav gun because of this trait. This trait just makes me want to commit seppuku. Fucking hate the grav gun. It's a bane of my existence. Also, this fucking trait here. Leave any blast marker in place for the rest of the round. Any movement through this area is halved. It can gimp yourself, basically. If you fail, or if the template comes back and hits you, you have gimped yourself deliberately with an Ambot. Something that cannot be gimped. But you've gimped yourself for 90 credits of upgrade. It isn't worth it. It isn't worth it. It's shit. It is literally shit. Grav guns are shit. Anyone that disagrees with me can go into the bin. It's so bad. Why would you do this to yourself? Just don't touch grav guns. You're fine. You'll be alright. You don't need grav guns. By the way, I should mention it's also got concussion. Meaning that it's -2 to initiative tests for the target. Yeah, and it's a template, so you can gimp yourself. I fucking hate the grav fist. It's not worth 90 points. It's not. It's not right. This is the superior choice. The tunneling claw, something you get for free. Strength 5, AP -1, damage 2. Melee only without pulverize, but don't worry, it doesn't fucking matter. Ranged 4 or 8. Strength 6, AP -2, damage 2. It's a melter gun, mate. You've got a melter gun. Now, what does a melter gun mean? Basically, if you get someone to their last wound and they lose it, you don't roll an injury dice. They are just out of action because you shot them in the face with a melter gun. Yes, the ammo is scarce, meaning that if you fuck up your ammo roll, then you won't be able to use it. You might run out of ammo. However, it's a sidearm, meaning you can use it in melee. Yes, it's 5s to hit, but it's a melter gun in very close range that you can use in melee, which means more attacks. More attacks means it's a better Ambot choice. Why would anybody choose the Grand Fist? The Grand Fist was made by wankers. I don't like the Grand Fist. It's not worth it. Well, and why does the Grav Gun exist other than just to torment me? It's just a shit choice. Anyway, that's it. If you want the Ambot, and I strongly recommend you get an Ambot, use the fucking Tunneling Claw. Use it. It's the best choice. It's the best choice. Go for it. Don't use a Grav Gun. It's not worth 90 fucking credits. For 90 credits, you can get a Rogue Doc. If you save up 10 more, then you can get Dr. Arachnos. And Dr. Arachnos is pretty cool, especially if you combine him with a Corpse Grinder cult, because if you kill your own guys, you get meat that you can eat. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. The Grav Gun has broken me, but I've been Idiotic Synergy, and I'll see you next time. Remember, take care, look after each other, and if you see someone put a Grav Gun on an Ambot, slap them. Don't. just slap them and tell them they're a knob. Anyway, see you later, and bye for now.